Hey there everyone on YouTube, this is Robonuts1 here, and I'm here to do a review on episode 3 of Agent Carter. Let's get started. So this episode really gives us more insight into the Jarvis character, and gives us a lot more insight into the relationship between Jarvis and Peggy, and how Jarvis, and what Jarvis's relationship with Howard Stark is like. So, as far as the story goes, Peggy's research into the Leviathan symbol that we saw in the last episode, continues. And we also see Peggy is very different from the other working girls of this era. She is a lot more career-minded. She is a lot more driven to her career. Let me just take a drink. Yes. Peggy Carter is very, very career-minded. Whereas other women in this era weren't necessarily. A lot of them seemed to accept their lot in life. Whereas I think Peggy sort of is sort of like this true feminist, or not, maybe not a true feminist, but she's definitely someone who very much supports the female, rights, which is essentially feminist ideals. The point is that Peggy is very, very driven to do things, whereas I think other women such as Angie, have careers, but they don't aim for new heights as much as Peggy does. And we're also introduced to a character named Dottie, who becomes a major important character later on in the series. What I really, really liked about this episode is the way Jarvis was presented as a character. Jarvis isn't just this, oh, I'm so posh kind of character. He actually has flaws, and he actually has, made mistakes in the past. And that's something that we don't see in the Jarvis character in the Iron Man films. Like, Jarvis in the Iron Man films is a character who is kind of a character who is an AI programming. He can't really make mistakes. He can't really do very much. And it's really interesting to find out about the Jarvis as an actual character before he became this AI programming. It's also interesting because Jarvis actually portrays how men used to be in the, during the war. Jarvis isn't necessarily a coward, although he is accused of treason during this episode. And what I found really, really interesting was how Jarvis was presented as someone who was just in love. Like, he fell in love with a woman, chose not to fight in the army, and chose to live. And it's how he has to deal with that, which I find really, really interesting. Because, you know, essentially, Jarvis is this flawed character. He's not very good at being a super spy. But his heart has always been in the right place. And that's what I like. That's what I really, really like about this version of Jarvis. You know, he's just a really likable character. And I don't know, I just really, really like him as a character. Yeah, he's just great. And I think really, really seeing Jarvis as actually being a really, really bad at being a super spy is kind of cool as well. Because Jarvis is just a very simple man, and Peggy Carter is the super spy. And it's just great seeing that kind of interaction between Peggy and Jarvis, who have such great chemistry on screen. So that's the end of this review. Stay tuned for episode 4, and I shall see you guys all later. Bye.